What's going on, YouTube? Back at you with another video. Hey, heading to another property. This property that I'm heading to has been on my list for the last 10 years. And this customer passed a couple of months ago, but her daughter still wanted me to continue to take care of the lawn, and that's what I've been doing. With this property, I used to cut it all the time and cut it till the leaves fell down, like this tree right here, tree right there, tree in the front. Yeah, so this house right here, she was a very nice lady, and she allowed me to, I pitched her that too at one time. I said, look, I could keep coming to your yard until it, all your leaves drop. I'll keep your yard manicured. I'll keep it like freshly cut. I'll keep the sticks picked up. But just allow me to keep cutting your yard until all the leaves fall off. That way, and you can always use the spiel of, if you do decide to have a leaf cleanup, it won't be as much. It won't be as much time consuming, and you can save some money on a leaf cleanup by me coming over and mulching up leaves, periodically through the October, November, and December months until it starts snowing or till all the leaves has dropped. And believe it or not, sometime in December, there are nice days in December. It's weird, but there are nice days in December. When I lived in Indiana, Chicago, Illinois, Iowa, when the winter hits and December comes around and the snow falls, oh, it's winter time. It's winter time. It ain't no trying to get back out there to mulch up leaves and things like that. It's winter time. And here it's kind of different because, these be mild winters and late winters. We usually don't get no snow until kind of maybe at the end of December, because everybody wanted to snow when Christmas come around, but usually it doesn't. But sometime you'll get a snow, but sometime it'll fall and then it'll end up melting. But end of December, some in January, this is how quick winter is here. Just think about it. It's November now. We'll go through November with the leaves dropping and all that stuff, and that'll be about it. Then we'll go into December. It'll be cold, but at the same time, you might not get no snow in December. Maybe the end of December, and then January will hit, and you might get some snow periodically throughout January, and then February is usually the coldest, and when it really you get some snowfall. And then, heck, you might get 1 or 2 good snowfalls, and then, man, we're back to March. Things are warming up. You know what I mean? You back out there doing leaf cleanups, spring cleanups, aerating, putting pre-emergent down. You're doing that in February, putting the pre-emergent down, mid-February, end of February. So when you go into March, you got to get that pre-emergent down at the right time so that you could go into the springtime without a lot of weeds in your customers' yards. You got to put it down mid-February. You got to start putting down your pre-emergent third week of February, mid-February, long as you can get it down. You know, you gotta look at the weather and all that stuff and kind of calculate it. But I found that mid-February, end of February, try to get it down before March hit, because once March hit, man, you'll start seeing like weeds and stuff springing up. Like I said, the grass is still green. You guys don't see the grass is still green, and it's November. Nothing's gone dormant, really. Look, nothing's gone dormant. It's weird. Everything is still green. It's starting for the leaves to start coming down. And you know, you got certain trees that leaves drop early, or heck, you got some trees, they don't drop at all. They don't drop. But yeah, like I said, this neighbor or this customer, you know, she was a very nice lady, and I just come over and just still take care of the yard, mulch up the leaves until I'm able to do a leaf cleanup. And then if say for instance something happens where it really gets cold quick and it starts to snow and I shut everything down and the leaves done dropped, I would have to come over here quickly and get a good day so that I could get the leaves up off the grass, because if you leave a lot of leaves on the grass, it'll kill your grass. And some of these leaves are very acidic if you don't try to mulch them up. If they just sit there throughout the wintertime along the fence line and things like that, they kill it. They kill the fence line. They kill, you know, if it's a big patch of leaves somewhere that just sit there, it'll just kill the grass. So you got to try to get that up as quick as possible. And sometimes customers don't realize that, you know, but some do. But you as the professional got to know when to actually get out there and, you know, blow those leaves off. At least if you can go out and blow the leaves off. See, that's the thing too. You could tell the customer, hey, I'll come out periodically, either mulch up the leaves or just blow them off your property and go from there. Because guess, you know, in the wintertime, like right around now, man, leaves are everywhere. Leaves are everywhere. Blow them in the street, blow them off the grass, blow them on the sidewalk, mulch it up. You know, you could also get them up, but most likely the leaves are blowing everywhere. So sometimes you just can't blow the leaves, you know, off the property. You got to make sure you don't blow them into nobody else's yard. And man, sometimes you blow them in the street, it's fair game. You know what I mean? Now, I don't tend to blow leaves into the street at all, tell you the truth. That's not my motto, but I've seen it happen. But if I blow my leaves off the lawn, I usually mulch them up, or I get them up. I'll mulch them up and probably blow it back into the lawn, or I mulch them up and I get them up. And then I'll consider that as a leaf cleanup. So you're getting things blown off. That's when you start getting into leaf cleanup. When is it not a leaf cleanup? Well, sometimes if I just blow them off, if I just blow the leaves off and it's a windy day or whatever, and that whole cul-de-sac or that street, nobody's done blew their leaves off or did anything, I'll just blow them off into the street sometimes. Like I said, I don't like to do that, but if nobody's blowing their leaves off and you don't have to worry about the neighbor saying, hey, you're blowing those leaves in my yard, I just blow them off into the street. Either I mulch them up, or depending on how much leaves it is, I'll get them up, or I'm like, it's fair game because the leaves are whipping around everywhere. Nobody's gotten their leaves up yet. Things like that. So, you know, you just got to play it by ear. You got to play it by ear and see what the situation is, because leaf time is when customers get all pissed off about, you're blowing those leaves in my yard, and you're blowing those leaves in the street to come in my yard, and all this stuff. You'll have a lot of pushback. But if you go on a street where, now I've been on a street where I'm on a street and I can see the wind whipping all the leaves in a certain direction. Oh, shoot, that's fair game right there. I blow the leaves trying to get them off the property. By the time I try to get half of them up, they done blew down the street somewhere. That's the best leaf cleanup right there. That's the best leaf cleanup right there. When it's kind of windy outside, you go blow the leaves off, and half those leaves that you blew off then went down the street somewhere. Now, it's unfortunate that some other, neighbor or somebody is going to have to clean those leaves up. But, hey, that's part of the game. If you live on the end of the block or end of the cul-de-sac where all the leaves blow to, hey, what can you do about that? That's just tough luck. Tough luck. If your house is at the end of the block and the wind is always going either that north or south, depending on where your yard is at, and you the one that always accumulate all the leaves, and you might not even have any trees, that's tough luck. Then you got to call me to come over and get the leaves off your property before it kills your grass, even though you don't have any trees. Ain't that messed up? But that happens to a lot of people. I done cleaned a lot of leaves before, and the customer didn't even have leaves in the backyard or their front yard. There were leaves. There were leaves coming from the neighbor's backyard, and who they were bordering, it was coming from their yard. So leaf jobs are fun, but at the same time, they could get kind of, messy, and customers kind of get, grouchy about them. But that's why it's good to always be recording too. So if you record, then they tend not to come out, because now you have it on you got it on film. And if they come out acting crazy or whatever, they tend not to, if they know that you're filming things, or if you're out and about, you filming things. So they tend not to bother you so much. But at least you will have it on video that you have a rude customer or a rude neighbor that's acting belligerent and something like that, towards you. So, but anyway, guys, like I said, let me take care of this yard. Let me run over it, manicure it down, and go from there. But I'll be coming to this yard for the rest of the season to actually mulch up the leaves, do a leaf cleanup, just keep the yard manicured. But yeah, it's unfortunate that she passed, but she was a great lady, and she was really fond of me. I was fond of her. I used to always talk to her here and there, and she was one of those customers that you really got to meet, got to talk to, and was pleasant all the time. My son left the gate open before, with the gate situation, and she said, "Hey, you do an amazing job. Keep up the good work, but please try to make sure you shut that gate, because I'm old and I can't chase my dog anymore." And I'm like feeling so bad, because I've never left the gate open. It's basically anytime I had somebody working with me or whatever, you tend to trust them enough. But there were situations where that gate came open because it wasn't lined up right, or you closed it and it unlatched, or the wind kept popping open and all that. And she had somebody come over a couple of times to adjust it and things like that. So sometimes it wasn't my fault or my son's fault after examining that gate one time. But still, even when that happened, and that's the only thing that ever happened, even when that happened, she always gave me praise. She always said that I did a good job, and she always saying that she refers me to a lot of her friends, and the neighbors are always saying that her yard looks so nice, and the guy that you have do it does a good job. L&L Lawn Service, at your service whenever you need service. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Let me take care of this yard. I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The channel's growing, and I just want to, be able to document my journey, give you guys some good tips, give you guys some experience tips and things that, the ins and out of, this lawn care business. I try to make this channel raw and uncut and to the T, as far as this is no sugarcoating anything. This is me actually going through a lot of these things, a lot of these situations, man, from all the way from when I started to when I was going to give up, when my trailer got stolen with $35,000 to $40,000 worth of equipment in it, to that. I've been through a lot of the experiences that you're going to either go through. Lord forbids that somebody steals your stuff, that you done worked so hard for. But there's a lot of guys that's been through that situation in their business. Now, either they gave it up or they pursued and continued on. And thanks to the lawn care community and Kohler, shout out to Kohler. I'm always going to give them praise because they blessed me with a lawnmower, zero turn blower, all that stuff. I will forever be. They will forever be in my praise. Kohler, the Kohler engines, the Kohler appliances that's in your home, as far as the faucets and things like that, the toilet, anything that has to do with Kohler, man, I'm on board because they saved my business, tell you the truth. And the lawn care community saved my business for the GoFundMe and helping me out to get back on track. And go ahead, go check out that video of when I was going to give up. And my daughter, I will never forget it, my daughter wrote me a letter, and she told me, she wants to be a hard worker like my dad. Even though people stole his stuff, he never gave up. Go back into the archives of my videos and find those videos, and you'll see my journey, and you'll understand that I'm really not on here to gain a lot of notoriety and gain a lot of subscribers. I'm here to just document, because this is a jewel. I will as long as YouTube is going and social media and all that, I will be forever. Now, I might not be famous, but in somebody's eyes, I will be forever here. They can always go and check out their dad. They can always go listen to some tips. They can always go listen to my voice. They can always see my face as I'm aging. They can see me when I started, when I didn't have the gray hairs and all that. They can see a transition in my physical appearance. They can see all this. And that's the beauty of what I'm trying to do. Forget about all the subscribers. I love you guys for subscribing. It helps out. But this is basically a documentary of this journey. And at the same time, they could go back and see me anytime. You can't go back and see your grandmother and physically see them talking and seeing what they doing. Right now, they got an app where you could have pictures of your old family members, and it kind of brings them to life, for a quick second. This is my photos. This is my quick second of seeing me talking and hearing my voice. You know how many people leave this earth and you forget to hear their voice. I was always recording videos of my family. I wish I would have had a video camera when my grandmother and grandfather was alive. I would have been taping them, where I could go back and listen to their voice, listen to their words of wisdom, listen to their struggles, listen to and see, their day-to-day, business. This is a beautiful thing, this internet, the YouTube. And yes, you can make a lot of money doing it, but for me, it's all about preserving something that my kids can see, or for just the average person to believe in themselves, to be able to start a business, go through the struggle, go through the trials and tribulations, and still come out on top and keep going. All right, guys, I'm out. Hey, I hope this inspires somebody, and I hope that this motivates people to try to build themselves up, where you too can get on here and just talk to the camera, talk to your phone. You're not crazy by doing this. This could be an outlet for some people that's struggling to talk to people. This could be an outlet it feels strange in the beginning, but you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. And it's almost a therapy type thing, because say for instance, you don't talk to anybody as much. You're getting this out. You're releasing frustrations. You're releasing your goals. You're releasing your dreams. You're releasing, you're being vulnerable to people that don't even know you, but they can relate to you. So this is a beautiful thing, guys. Hey, I encourage everybody to have that mindset of what I'm doing. And if the money comes and the subscribers come, so be it. But my main purpose, I told you before on here, is to document my journey, and for my kids and family to always be able to, and friends, to be able to see me from almost a day-to-day basis and know that what I'm doing. Hey, he worked at a hospital. He started his own business. He bought a little couple of real estate properties. He had his kids that was working with him. Hey, he got all his business and zero turns stolen at one time by some scumbags, and he still prevailed, and he still came out on top, and he still kept going. That's what it's all about. So anyway, guys, let me get to this yard. This is what you can do when everything slows down. You can, waste time, which I don't consider it wasting time, but you can take some more time out of your day to make videos and to document your journey. I've been on here for 23 minutes, and I could have been done with this yard, but I'm here talking to you guys, and I want to capture the moment and let you guys know exactly what I'm doing, and give praise to one of my customers who was a beautiful woman, and she was very nice, and I'm sure she was nice throughout her life. She was a kind woman, and I appreciate her believing in me to give me the opportunity to take care of her yard, and she's still up in heaven, blessing me through her daughter to allow me to continue to take care of her property. And she's not even here. How beautiful is that? You see what I'm saying? You got to find the beauty in all that, because a lot of customers, when they leave this earth, you're done with their yard. But we'll see how things go, and one day they might sell this house, and I might not be doing it, but guess what? I got on record that this woman was very nice, and her name was Sally. Her name was Sally, and she was a beautiful woman. So, All right, guys. I'll see you on the next video and catch you there. Peace.